Hey, you. Yeah, you. I got something to say to you. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you. Because listen. If you have any coke, now's the time to boof it. Because you're watching James motherfucking VR. Boof. Hello, my lads and lovelies. What's going on? Just saying hi. I hope you checked out my No Man's Sky video. That's such a great game. You're really missing out if you're not playing it. Although, if your PC's kind of middling, you're going to have a bad time with it. I'll give you that. It is what it is. So, we're hanging out somewhere nice. Nice green area. Relaxing. No nasty thoughts. No fucking swearing. It's all nice here. Yeah. This is actually pretty nice. Yeah. Nice to just get away from stressful life. All that shit. Come on, hang out with some friends if I had any. You know, just shoot the shit. That'd be a good time. I have a good time anyway, though. Because virtual reality is better than real reality. That's a fucking fact. Now, there's been a couple things that were interesting. We've had those Facebook leaks, hey? That's pretty cool. I think. Right? I guess we're just not going to know until the 28th, right? That sucks, because you know what? I work that time. I'm working. Yeah, it's going to be like Friday Friday evening, I should say, before I even get a chance to actually see what happened. I'm going to try, and I'm going to go and look on my cell phone at work, but I got to tell you, I'm probably going to miss everything that's awesome. That sucks, but hey, I got to pay the bill somehow. That's right. Oh, well, I'm pretty excited, though. PMAX's event was today. I haven't really had a chance to go over it yet. I'm probably gonna cover it all on Friday. All the parts that interest me and my thoughts on it. You guys, if you're into VR, you're gonna get all the latest and opinions of all the other bigger YouTubers. But when you want the wicked shit, I know that you're gonna come to James VR. That's right. Because I keep it real. You know, I'm not like a fangirl for any shit. I'm a fangirl for awesome stuff. But I don't care. Yeah. I'm kind of excited about what PMAX is doing. The PMAX headsets have always been really appealing to me. But they're sort of like a company of extremes, right? Like they have their, what is it, 5K Super or something headset? They have a 5K headset that's 180 hertz. 180. That's ill. That is so ill. It is sick. And that's cool. And they're nice, you know? But PMAX, you know, there's always something a little quirky about them. But nonetheless, there's an appeal to them that I really appreciate. So I will be going over that on Friday too. Saturday at the latest. I shouldn't make promises my ass might not be able to keep. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited to really get into what PMAX is about. I'm going to actually watch it tonight. And then I'm going to stew on it. There's a chance I might make a video about what's going on at PMAX tomorrow. I'm not tonight, though. I need time to relax and chill. But yeah. I have high hopes and high expectations for what PMAX is coming out with. Oculus, though. Well, with those leaks, guys, lads, ladies, everyone in between, listen. What are we getting into here? It's clearly they're trying to talk about, like, business uses. But let me tell you something about business VR. I don't fucking give two fucking shits about business VR. Business VR is fucking boring. Okay? It's lame. It's stupid. Blah, 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 blah. I don't give two flying fucks about business VR. Okay? It's stupid. I want to fucking play games. I want to come hang out in VR chat. I want to do ill shit. Like, hey, look at this fun new way to do your motherfucking spreadsheets. Ooh, I don't fucking care. Okay? Jesus. How much of a market is there? There must be one that's pretty big because a lot of these companies like Vario, they're clearly making money, right? I know that for like pilots, it's a big deal because if it's a good enough headset, it can count as actual airtime. That's a big deal. I get that kind of thing, but they never really show pilots, which strikes me as like, hey, this is an awesome use for it. I'll tell you, as a professional driver, good VR trucking simulators. And I know there's the famous American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator. I've actually never played them because listen, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. The last thing I want to do after work is do something that's exactly the same as my actual work. That sounds awful, right? I know guys who do it though. That's fucking weird if you ask me. But anyway, if they had like American Truck Simulator VR and that could count toward training hours and that sort of thing, where you could realistically actually train drivers in VR, that would revolutionize things. Because guys, we've all seen those semi-drivers on the road that are just doing dumb shit. No one's told them any better, dude. And driving those giant trucks, you don't know. Like, you really don't. Like, they're kind of terrifying. You are carrying so much weight. Like a fully loaded trailer, we're talking 40 tons, guys. Like, oh shit. Well, not 40 tons, 20 tons if you're using an LCV, a long commercial vehicle configuration. That's like 40 tons. But yeah, 40,000 pounds is a typical fully loaded trailer. And you're flying down the highway with that much weight. You gotta think what's gonna happen to your little sedan if you get in front of that shit. It's gonna cease to be, dude. You know, and as the driver, that's your nightmare? That you kill someone in those fucking things? And they're hard to see out of. You can't see back. You just got your mirrors and you don't know what's behind you. You always have to just be staring off at the horizon, trying to get as much time as possible to react to what's coming. On corners you don't know. Up bridges, you don't know what's at the top. Oh yeah, I had some near runs myself on the road. And if you could have VR training for that, even just in my industry, a lot of guys are just hilariously bad at backing the trailer into the docks at their destination. They're so bad at it. I'm amazing at that because technically I'm a shunt driver. I'm a shuntress. So I could back 60 trailers in a day. Yeah, I'm good at it. But these guys don't do that. They only back a trailer once or twice a week. They never get to do it enough to become good at it. With realistic VR, we could actually train them to be good at it. You have an instructor on hand who could tell them what they're doing wrong. I could see that really taking off. It's not really a thing in our industry yet. And for that, I really do see the point of business VR. But I'm not at work now. I'm at home. And I want to play fucking cool games. So Facebook better not fucking let me down. Because Vario let me down. They're like, hey, check it out. Here's our consumer headset. That costs 3,000 Canadian dollars. What the fuck? No. Fuck you guys. That's stupid. PMAX, we'll see. We'll see. When I finish going over it, I'll talk about it. Shit, I'm probably going to talk about it tomorrow. No promises. Friday at the latest. Anyway, so we don't know for sure if there's going to be like a Quest Plus and Quest Pro, right? Or if there's a Quest 3. It's like sort of the things I wonder is if we're going to have the Quest Pro, which is the business model we've been seeing leaked out, but there's really just an improved Quest 2. That would be the Plus. That would actually not have some of those business features, but if it has eye tracking for foveated rendering and face tracking for social VR, that's going to be awesome. Now, some people were talking about that full body tracking. Guys, no. That's not what we were fucking saying. It's kind of an interesting feature for something that doesn't exist yet. Something that might exist on the Metaverse, okay? Which is you can stand in front of a mirror and try on different clothes and outfits and stuff. The obvious idea would be you go to your, because you have to imagine that the Metaverse is going to be like the internet, right? That's what it is. And that's what Mark is betting the future of his newly named company, right? Because he's changing from Facebook to something that's going to be Metaverse based. And what he's working on is going to be having places where you can have like a virtual shopping mall. So you can go into a virtual store, and then you can try on clothes to see how they look on you in your mirror. That's what this is talking about here. I'm 99% sure of that. That's pretty cool. I actually could see myself really liking that. I do almost all my shopping online. So I could see that being very cool. Okay. I really could. I know y'all hate Mark, but listen, I'm just gonna be real for a minute. I don't really hate Mark that bad. Considering I never got into Facebook, have privacy concerns with it, I hate that stuff. It probably surprises you I don't really hate that guy that much. Well, let me tell you something. I was also not angry when Jeff Bezos shot himself into space on a giant dick. Do you know why? Because it's his money. He can do whatever the fuck he wants with it. Mark, what he wanted to do with his money was make VR awesome. And listen, okay, I don't like a lot of those privacy things, but listen, ANCAPs respect the hustle. Don't talk to me about being an anarchist if you don't respect the hustle, buddy. You take the good at the bad. I'm not promising utopia. So, yeah, that's the truth of that. So that's what that feature was. It's not full body tracking. You're still going to want your Slime VR. You know, I don't think I ever brought this up, but I'm in on this Slime VR. They're not shipping until like late March, the very end of March. But I have the whole body set ordered. So that's going to be cool. I'm really excited for that. And Slime VR is the one, like I was really looking at Tundra for a while. But then I took a closer look at the new Slime VR trackers. I thought, no, this is actually better than what Tundra's coming out with. So, yeah, the Slime VR is going to be wicked. And that's real full body tracking, not some silly mirror stuff. Like, you might be able to use that mirror for some basic stuff, but again, you got to remember, you're going to have to be looking square at it. Like what would you do if you're using like a Kinect for VR full body tracking? Like, it works, but it's got some really serious limitations. It's not quite the genuine article. And that's kind of what's going on here. And then really, again, that purpose, that little demonstration with the mirror, doesn't make sense until you realize it can be used to sell clothes. Then, now it makes sense. Right? And that's what he's doing. He's working on making the metaverse a place where commerce can happen. That's the future. And he knows it and he's in on it. So yeah, and frankly, I'm interested in it. It's a whole new world where business can happen, where opportunity will exist. Facebook might not have been my choice to be the chaperone of this new world that's going to happen. But we'll see how this goes. And, you know, I think it's going to be interesting. This is the future I'm looking forward to. I think it's going to be cool. I'd rather it was somebody, else. I'd rather it was something really open source, something truly more closer to a federated network model, rather than the sort of centralized crap that we've been putting up with and all the problems that come from having centralized power, right? But we'll see where this goes. And if it really is onerous, then we will actually begin to see less restricted alternatives begin to exist. And in a lot of ways, open source isn't always the best for innovation, especially if something's expensive. And Mark has been throwing his money by the bucket at virtual reality. So we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of my thoughts in there. It seems to me that there's going to be a business version that he's finally going to get into, getting some of that money from Vario, right? And then we'll see if it's good enough for commercial training. I think that's very cool, but nothing I personally am interested in exactly. Even though I do work in an industry that would seriously benefit from it, it won't affect me anymore. Although having less shitty fucking retarded drivers in my yard would actually improve my life. It really would. Like, teach these guys how to back a trailer, dude. They back it into my yard sideways. They're screwing up. Sometimes they're even bumping into shit, dude. Please be careful. Because, you know, I'm the shunt. I'm the person who's, like, in charge of paying attention to that shit. Jesus. What a life. How the fuck did I end up doing that for a living? I have no idea. It just happened one day. I woke up and I was like, shit, I'm a shuntress. What the shit? Anyway, enough about that. You don't want to care about that shit. It's fucking weird, though. Anyway, where was I going? Oh, yeah. If there's a Quest Pro and a Quest Plus, it's the Plus is the one that I'm interested in. Like a Quest 2 Plus, or they could call it a Quest 3 at this point. I don't know what it is. We don't know, and we're going to find out. So it's going to be the one that's more gaming and consumer orientated that I'm interested in. I really want that eye tracking and foveated rendering. That will be so amazing because it is a game changer. And listen, right now, I feel like if it's 2021, if it's mid to late 2021 and you're releasing a VR headset without eye tracking for foveated rendering, like specifically for foveated rendering, right? Not like some 30 hertz bullshit. Then you're out of your fucking mind because your device is already passé before it even existed. Okay, that's just the way it is. Listen, we have 3 headsets. 3 headsets, okay? There's one that nobody seems to really know about, the HP Reverb G2 Omnicept Edition. There's a regular version, just the Reverb G2, and then there's the Omnicept Edition. That one has eye tracking for foveated rendering, so they say. I've never really heard anyone talk about it though. But that seems like an interesting device. And of course, the Reverb G2's got those hardware revisions to fix their fucked up tracking. That becomes an expensive device at about the cost of an Index. Okay? Maybe just a touch more. But it seems to me if they fix the shortcomings of the Index, or of the Reverb G2, then why would you get a fucking Index almost, right? The Index still does 144 hertz, and that's not nothing. Okay, that is definitely not nothing. But it is an old device, hey guys? Like, let's not be fan bitches about it, okay? It's an old device. It did its glorious tour duty. I'm using it right now. I really love my Index. But Reverb G2 Omnicept would clearly be better for about the same price. Anyway, then there is the Vive Eye Pro, or Pro Eye, I forget which, it doesn't matter. And that one has eye tracking, but nobody seemed to be impressed by that. Yeah, which is a shame. But the point is it exists. Now is the Vario Aero. And that has eye tracking? Yes, indeed, for foveated rendering. So you got these 3 devices that have it now. At this point, I think it's fair to say that devices that do not have this eye tracking are clearly last-gen devices. I'm willing to bet whatever Pimax has coming out is also going to have eye tracking. I maybe even seen that confirmed somewhere already. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But you get my point, is that eye tracking is the big thing for that foveated rendering, which is going to be crucial going forward. I really want to see face tracking, because it doesn't seem to be that complicated a tech, right? I don't know. But for social VR like this, it'd be so much more fun. It really would. I would like it a lot. And I'm willing to pay for it. Yeah, for sure. For sure, you guys. You bet. That's what I want out of the Quest Plus. I don't need necessarily high resolution, because frankly, guys, high resolution is amazing if you are super rich. If you're just a regular working person, you got to drive those pixels somehow, right? And the higher the resolution, the worse your shit's going to run. So that's an important consideration when you're talking about cranking up that pixel density. Yeah, okay, with the Index, there's a little bit of screen door effect that, frankly, I think is so overblown because honestly, I don't even really notice it. Like I said, I have to really stare and look around for pixels, and then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, there it is. I really don't see it at all. Yeah, that's mostly bullshit. But the Index has a pretty low resolution for VR these days. But you know what? It still looks good. I don't know what to tell you. And I don't have to drive pixels that I can't really necessarily appreciate. I have no doubt, like, don't confuse me. I have no doubt that if you hook me up with listen, let me put this a different way. If somebody gave me a Vario Aero and I hooked it up to my little humble computer, it would fucking suck. I do not have the hardware to drive that bitch. But the Index I do. Even the Quest 2 I do. A Reverb might be asking for trouble. You know, you start talking the Pimax 8K, I probably can't. Aero, nope. So these high resolution devices do have a drawback. So keep that in mind. Not all of us have a 3090 or even something half that good. My little humble laptop does pretty good. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, it's 2080 mobility. I mentioned this actually in the No Man's Sky video. It's about in between the 70 desktop, the 2070 desktop and 2080 desktop. It's in the middle. It's definitely faster than the 2070 desktop, but it's also slower than the 2080 desktop. That's pretty wicked for a laptop. That was, 3 years ago when I bought it? Maybe, yeah, about then. I forget exactly when, but it's been a couple years, right? And at the time, it was wicked, right? Because being only about 10% slower than a 2080 desktop still gave you an awesome machine. And frankly, I'm still playing all these great games. But you are aware of the limitations of older hardware, right? And you gotta drive those pixels, dude. So, you know, super high resolution displays are awesome with limitations. The higher it is, the more magnificent your machine's got to be. And right now, PC gaming hardware like graphics cards are ludicrously expensive. So that really does put a damper on all these great new high resolution displays. You know, if your 3090 was like $1,200, I'd be like, yeah, let's do this. In Canada, though, you're talking closer to 25. A 6900 XT is a bit more affordable at 1600, you know, which is a good benefit if you're a Linux gamer. If you're a Windows gamer, I think you'd probably want the 3090 though. But then again, that might be changing because of Index's involvement in the Deckard, because that's going to be all AMD. So those AMD drivers might become quite interesting in the near future. We'll see where that's going with that. That's all wild speculation at this point. You might think it's actually pretty stupid. This is pretty stupid. Apple coming out with a VR headset. What the fuck? Who gives a shit? Who gives a fucking shit what Apple's fucking doing? Everything they do is fucking retarded. Apple's not going to give you an awesome gaming headset. They're going to give you some dumb hipster thing. It's going to be stupid. And you're going to look like an asshole when you use it. Oh, I just couldn't care less. And then they're taking up resources that we could use for actual stuff we do give a shit about. Apple, would you just go the fuck out of business and leave us all alone with your dumb shit and your gay watches? Fuck off. Jesus. And those ridiculous ear pods. You cannot look cool wearing those ear pods. You just can't do it. They're the stupidest looking thing I've ever seen. And it's unnecessary to have those things drooping from your ears. There's no reason for those. I have earbuds that just fit in your ear normally. You don't look like a retard at all. You can barely see them. It's so annoying. Then they come out with a VR headset and it's going to have a focus on a bunch of stuff that's stupid and doesn't matter. Oh, it's so stupid. And that's, I guess, why I think people were saying maybe the HTC Flow. Oh, for crying out loud. That is the stupidest, lamest device I've ever seen in my entire life. That has no purpose at all. What the fuck, HTC? Are they trying to go out of business? What the fuck is wrong with them? Make a good headset. For business or gaming. Just make something fucking good, idiots. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do they do this? How are they? Who's at the helm of this ship? You know what I mean? What's wrong? Oh, Jesus, I don't even know what to fucking say to HTC right now. But dudes, can you stop being fuck ups? Okay? Can you just stop being fuck ups and make something good? What is wrong with you? God, if I was a shareholder in that company, I'd be throwing such a fit. You have no fucking idea. Well, I guess I had to show up and say something about the Facebook leaks. You know, though, but I'm going to be honest with you, they actually haven't really confirmed anything, right? We were all quite sure that at Facebook Connect, they were going to announce new headsets. And we sort of had an idea from various leaks in the past what those headsets may or may not be. But nothing's actually being confirmed one way or another. So really those leaks kind of told us fucking nothing. We still don't know if there's 2 headsets or what. We still don't know for sure, right? He might just be announcing the company name change and blabbing about the metaverse, right? Which is interesting, but not kind of what I care about right now, right? Especially I have some friends who do want to get into VR, and I had to tell them, dudes, don't do it now. I'm desperate for to have friends to hang out with in VR, my buddies for gaming. I really want that, but I had to tell them, no, dudes, we gotta wait. We gotta wait till Mark Zuckerberg shows up and does his jig on stage. And if nothing happens except metaverse shit, I'm gonna be like, damn it, Mark. Come on, make it the goods. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see something. I'm hoping it's a gaming device. I don't care if it's also for commercial. As long as it's like sub $1,000, has the eye tracking and the face tracking, I am a happy camper and I'm buying one that day. Well, as soon as I can, because I'm going to be at work. I can buy something from work though. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna too. As long as it is what I want. On the other hand, like the worst case scenario for me is that he's like, hey, here's the business model. Look at all this shit it does. But actually, if you're a gamer, there's the plus model coming out. And we're going to tell you more about that in another 3 months. I'm like, dude, what? Another 3 months? Son of a bitch. That's what I don't want to happen. Just shit or get off the pot, dude. Yeah. No more stupid pictures of the fat bald guy. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about, Bosman or something. And the guy who, the Oculus guy. Showing his little glasses off. Ooh, you got a little thing like the Flow. I don't fucking care about that, dude. It looks like... No. Am I supposed to play games on that? If I'm not, I don't give a fuck. Shut up. I don't want to see your dumb pictures. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. A nice quiet stream. Nothing too controversial. Yeah. That's right. The weather here is a lot nicer than it is outside. Let me tell you that, guys. We're already getting into the negatives at night now. My last work shift was -3. Oh, before long it'll be -40. That's all Celsius, by the way. 40 Celsius and Fahrenheit are the same thing. Or 313 Kelvin if you're really fucking weird. Anyway. They don't fucking pay me enough to suffer through the winter, but I go anyway because I'm a hero. Yeah. The freight must flow. Anyway, guys, I think really that's all I wanted to say right now. Not a whole lot. Just to sort of touch upon what I think about the leaks, which is really that they're kind of just fart gas. We still don't know what they're announcing. We sort of know a little bit more, like there's the docking station. I'm not really going to get excited about the docking station. I don't, whatever. Is that a killer feature? Really, it isn't. Okay? Big deal. They're like, oh, you can use it for business now. Well, okay, but I'm not going to do business with VR, right? So, those leaks kind of don't matter to me. I just don't give a shit about them. That's it, yeah. I'm probably going to be back tomorrow to talk about the Pimax, because I am interested in that. I hope I'm not disappointed, because I was disappointed with the Flow, like everyone was. I was disappointed with the Arrow, because it's priced out of reality, and I still think it's a device that has way too many fucking compromises for its price tag. Its vertical field of view is apparently just trash, like 76, like way lower than the Quest. The Quest isn't famous for its great field of view. Well, I think it's actually fine. It's fine, it is. If it's not as good as the Index or whatever, who gives a shit? It's good enough. You're not, yeah, you see the edges, but so what? You just tune it out after a while and you get into your game and you have a blast, right? But a really narrow vertical field of view, like that much narrower, I don't know. I just find this device to be, like I said, way too many compromises for the price. And then, I get there's some restrictions, okay? Like, DisplayPort 1.4 really does not have the bandwidth for what we're asking of it to really go much above 90 Hertz. Sort of. But here's the thing about those interfaces like HDMI or DisplayPort. those are actually data interfaces. This isn't like, the antenna on your TV or a coaxial cable you plugged into for cable in the old days. They're nothing like that. Those are data cables. They're purpose-built data cables, but they are data cables. You can pretty much shove whatever the hell you want down them, technically speaking. That means there's compression, there's tricks. You can cut off color space. There's a tons of different ways you can get higher resolutions at higher FPS within bandwidth limitations. And they could have done that, right? For that price tag, I expected just so much more. And then to find out also later that the vertical field of view is just shit on them. And then their color replication, which, unless there was something wrong with how it was being recorded, I guess that's a possibility because Tyrell Wood never said anything about that. But also, I think maybe he was just so excited to see this crazy high resolution and gorgeous graphics, he wasn't paying super close attention. But I was, because for that price, you fucking better believe I'm going to scrutinize the ever-living shit out of it. Anyway, I'm just going to start rambling about nothing soon. That's fine though, right? That's why you come to James VR. Oh, don't forget guys, the Steam Halloween sale is coming up soon. Just a couple of days, right? I think it's on the 28th or something like that. Either way. And my list of games on my wish list is growing. So save up guys, because we're going to see in just a couple of days that magnificent Steam sale drop. I'm really hoping to pick up a bunch of games. A lot of classics that I really would love